I welcome each and everyone on board. Today marks the second day of our online training. That is 3-month certificate program. Mr. Jimai happens to be our lecturer yesterday, and today he's going to continue with how to become a 21st century teacher. Mr. Jimai, please, are you there?
Yes, sir, please, I'm here.
Please take over for me.
Okay, if you can scroll.
All right.
Okay, can you enlarge the screen?
Okay.
Not the font, the screen itself. Or that is how we will get it. Okay, sir, please, can you give me the full screen?
Mr. Jimai.
Hello, sir.
Is it okay now?
Okay, yes, we will manage.
Okay.
All right, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
All right. I hope you are all doing well.
Yes, please. We are doing well by His grace.
Okay, we thank God. Yesterday, we discussed how to become a 21st century teacher and how you can also transform your learners into becoming 21st century learners. So I told you yesterday that this is a 2-in-1 model. First, it is going to help you to know how you yourself can become a 21st century teacher. And secondly, how you can also help your learners to also become 21st century learners. And yesterday, we talked about 21st century skills. In order for you to become a 21st century teacher, or in order for you to help your learners to become 21st century learners, there are certain skills that you are supposed to acquire, which will make you a 21st century teacher. So we talked about 4 categories of those skills. And the first category is what we call ways of thinking. And under ways of thinking, or ways of thinking just has to do with creativity, how you can become a creative teacher, how you can become innovative teacher. You know, in the education terrain, we normally have what we call, you are always told to improvise. You are always told to improvise. And to improvise means to innovate. You have to innovate. You have to be creative enough to innovate. You don't have to be doing what you always do all the time. You have to make changes. You have to make amends. That is innovation. You have to bring in certain things or certain practices that are new, entirely new in the system. You are also supposed to be critical thinker. And you are also supposed to be able to solve problems, because day in, day out, you encounter challenges. You encounter challenges emanating from your class, your learners. And as a teacher, you are supposed to be able to solve those problems. I hope you understand. So you should be able to solve problems. And you are also supposed to be able to make decisions, take good decisions as a teacher. And you are also supposed to learn, be able to learn and to be able to share with others, to learn and to be able to teach. We have teachers who have enough knowledge in a particular subject area, but they are not able to teach others. That is one. In education, we call it lack of action system, meaning you lack the action system. Although you have the subject matter knowledge, meaning that you know what you are about, you are a math teacher, you know everything about maths and its formula and all that. But the point is that you are not able to teach others. So that is one thing. So in order for you to become a 21st century teacher, you should be able to be able, or you are supposed to be able to learn and teach others. It is a must. Otherwise, that's why I'm using the word supposed. It's a must. Otherwise, you are not a 21st century teacher. You can't call yourself a 21st century teacher who cannot learn and teach others. Not at all. The second category was what we refer to as ways of working. I'm talking about what we did yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about ways of working. And with ways of working, you are supposed to communicate well. You are supposed to have good communication. You are supposed to collaborate. You are supposed to work with others. That is what you call teamwork. Then we also came to talk about tools for working. And for when we talk about tools for working, we are looking at ICT. Generally, we are looking at ICT, or what we call literacy skills. We are doing online, and we have people who have challenges when it comes to even logging on to be able to even have class. Zoom, how do you call it? Google Meet and all that. All these are areas as a teacher you should have mastery over. All right. So we also talked about the fourth category, and the fourth category has to do with living in the world. Living in the world. Now, with living in the world, we are talking about being a good citizen, life and career, and personal and social responsibility. So if you are a 21st century teacher, you should be a good citizen, because at the end of the day, you're also going to train your learners to become good citizens. They should also be they are supposed to be coached. You coach them in terms of career, what they want to become in future. You yourself should be somebody who is career oriented, so that you also be able to coach them in terms of the career they have chosen. And you should also have social responsibility. You are living in a society, so you have some form of responsibility towards the society. You have to be a responsible member of the society. So it also includes cultural awareness. You have to be aware of the culture of your society. You should be culturally competent. So that is how the whole thing is. You can go through education, you can become a professor. If you are not culturally competent, then it means you can't call yourself a 21st century person. So in the same regard, for you to become a 21st century teacher, you should also be able to have cultural awareness, or be culturally aware of all the traits, the cultural traits and values in your society. All right. Is there any question?
For now, please, no.
All right. Now, Wegner 2008 proposes that students need 7 survival skills to be prepared for 21st century life, work, and citizenship. So this is another category of 21st century skills that was proposed by a man called Wegner in 2008. So they are the same, almost the same as what we talked about earlier. So if you look at the skills that have been listed, they are the same skills. They are almost the same skills we talked about, or almost the same skills we put into 4 categories earlier. So if you look at 1, critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration and leadership, agility and adaptability. What that simply means is that if you're a 21st century teacher, you should always be able to adapt to new situations. You should be somebody who is flexible and adaptable, somebody who can adapt easily. Then the 4th one is initiative and entrepreneurship. You should be somebody, we talked about innovation. So it's almost the same as initiative. You should be somebody who is innovative, or you should be able to initiate. You should be able to bring up new ideas. And here, when we talk about entrepreneurship, we are not talking about being a businessman as a teacher, or as a female teacher, or a male teacher, or whoever, where you sell toffees and all that in school. That is not what we are talking about. But basically, we are looking at initiative mapping to entrepreneurship. All right. So here with the initiative and entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurship here simply means, in business, when we talk about entrepreneurship, we are talking about somebody who is able to identify opportunities, business opportunities, and that person is able to make use of those opportunities to make profit. So when we talk about a teacher being an entrepreneur, we are not talking about a teacher selling in school and all that, But if you are a 21st century teacher, you have to let me put it in simple language, an educational entrepreneur, somebody who is always able to identify educational opportunities and be able to use those opportunities to the benefit of the learners, the school as a whole, and the society. That is what we are talking about. So as a teacher, if you're a 21st century teacher, then you should be able to identify educational opportunities within your educational environment, and even at large, the society at large. Then the next one is effective oral and written communication. Every 21st century teacher is effective when it comes to oral presentation. You are able to deliver orally. You are also able to, or you are good at written communication. It is very important. These are the 2 things we are talking about: effective orally, and you are also supposed to be good at written communication. So teachers who can write letters, simple correspondence, they can't. We have people who apply for jobs in certain schools and even other. They outsource, they consult others. They don't even write after consultation. Other people write the application letters for them. That is what we are talking. It means you are not good at written communication. So as a 21st century teacher, you should be somebody who is good at written communication, and you can also deliver orally. You are fluent. Then the next one is assessing and analyzing information. So every 21st century teacher is able to assess and analyze information. It is very important. You have to be able to analyze every information that you are confronted with. Then the last one here is curiosity and imagination. Curiosity and imagination. Every 21st century teacher is supposed to be curious. And when we talk about curiosity, somebody who wants to know more, who always wants to know something, who always wants to know more. So curiosity and imagination. You are somebody who is able to imagine. You are somebody who is able to think in abstract. That is what that means. So we are done with the 7 skills over here as proposed by Wingda 2008. Any question up to this far?
Hello, sir. Please kindly explain the point 3 for me again.
All right. Now the point 3,
Thank you.
we are talking about, being versatile. When we talk about a teacher being versatile, then we are talking about a teacher being all round. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying.
I've got
Hello,
you, sir.
are you sure you got
Hello. Yes, please.
All right. So when we talk
I
about,
went offline, that's why.
oh, okay. All right. So when we talk
Thank you.
about, you're welcome. So once again, if a teacher is agile, that is the pronunciation. You are able to, you are versatile. You are able to move through different fields. You are active. You are quick. You are smart. I don't know whether you understand.
Yes,
All
please,
right.
I understand.
Yes. You are somebody who is smart, who is quick, who is able to, how do you call it? Somebody who is versatile in general. Like, so many things at the same time. Yes. So that is the meaning of the point 3. Any other question? You have to ask more questions too, so that you'll be able to understand what we are doing very well.
Yeah, the entrepreneur. Just go over that business.
All right. Now, if we talk about entrepreneurship in general, we are talking about the ability to identify business opportunities. And after identifying the business opportunities, you should be able to make use of those opportunities. So in business terms, for instance, you are staying somewhere, or you are living in an area, then what you do is that you are able to identify that, oh, this area, nobody sells charcoal. And it is possible that a lot of people will be buying charcoal. Okay, why don't I sell charcoal? So an entrepreneur in general, an entrepreneur is somebody who is able to identify business opportunities, and that person makes use of those opportunities. So what we mean is that in school, if you are a 21st century teacher, you should be somebody who has the mindset and the ability to identify opportunities. Here, we are not talking about business, but entrepreneurship in this sense, in this context, means that a teacher, a 21st century teacher, is somebody who is an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur in this context simply means that somebody who is able to identify opportunities at all times. So if you are a 21st century teacher, you should at all times be able to identify opportunities around you. And after identifying the opportunities around you, you should also be able to make use of those opportunities. I hope you understand.
Yes, I do.
All right. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, I'm listening.
All right. So, for an example, with the entrepreneurship. So, for an example, being a tutor and I'm teaching, okay, and let's say we're using the no, old board, the olden days, the one the children used to write on, the little blackboard. Okay. So, with
Yes,
my
please.
entrepreneurship skills, that means that if I should introduce a tablet for the student to start learning with. That simply means that I am actually performing the 21st century if I should get the understanding clear. Because initially, if they were using the little blackboard to write with a chalk, like they write their ABC on it, and later I end up introducing the tablet, a computer tablet, for them to practice. Does that also make it the explanation as you are making?
Hello, please, can you come again? Because of the network, I lost you. Please, can you come again?
Okay, I was trying to say that, in a preschool, they used to use the board, the slate that they usually write with chalk. And assuming me becoming a 21st century teacher, and I introduce a tablet, does that actually explain the entrepreneurship?
Yes, please. As a teacher, you have
Okay.
identified that you are talking about the old blackboard or chalkboard.
Exactly. Yeah, the
Uh,
chalkboard.
and you have identified that that gives a lot of problems to the learners.
Exactly.
So you want to, be innovative and also, propose that the Formica board be put in place. I don't know whether that is right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it means that you are an innovator or somebody who is an innovative person,
Okay.
and at the same time you are an entrepreneur.
Okay. All right, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
So that is a good example. Who
Okay,
has any other question? I want it to be very interactive. So I want you to ask questions. I'm listening.
Please, hello, the number three, the word there, is it agility or the word?
Yes,
So can you go over that for me?
okay.
Is there anyone on floor talking? Mr. Ajimai, we can't hear you.
Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can now hear you. Continue, please.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, continue.
Oh, okay, all right. Yes, sorry, the network, I apologize. All right. Mr. Akon, please, can you, it seems your screen, can you see it?
Okay, let me show it.
All right, please, before I went off, somebody was asking a question.
Yeah, I'm talking about the number 3. The word,
Yes.
is it agility or?
Yes,
I can't
agility.
see the. Okay. So
Yes,
please,
agility.
don't. Yeah, that word doesn't, because we have some word where, let's take it in French, we say agir. Does it have the same meaning like that, or can you explain it again for me?
Yes, what the word means is somebody who is able, somebody who is quick, smart, somebody who is able, so we call it agile. That is, if you are agile. An agile person is somebody who is quick, who is smart, who can move from, I mean, from one point to the other quickly. So simply put, in this context, words are understood in context. So in this context, it simply means somebody who is smart or somebody who is versatile, somebody, who knows so many things at the same time, who can easily swim, you understand, within different fields, somebody who is all round, as we normally call it, an all-round teacher. I hope you understand. That is what we really mean here.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Any other question before we carry on quickly? All right, let's carry on. Now, the Asia Society and the U.S. Council of Chief State School Officers specifically specify global competence as the core capacity students need for the